Hello there, my name is Aria PearlCrest. This is quite hard for me to talk about. So basically a few weeks ago, a really big storm hit, a storm me and the horses weren't prepared for. Whilst I was cleaning up our tack room, it began raining heavily and I didn't think much of heavy rain mid-April. It got windy fast and I could hear a lot of racket going on. Luckily in time, a girl who boarded at the barn noticed that the ceiling was shaking a lot and looked like it was about to collapse. We all quickly began bringing the horses outside to avoid injury. And we were so fortunate that none of the horses experienced any major injuries. The horses were all severely spooked though, and we still had nothing to do about the strong weather. We all literally sat in the cold awaiting for the storm to finally end. After that, me and my friend Katie had to do something about where my horses would stay, and obviously other people's horses. As the barn manager, I was responsible for this, and thankfully a friend of mine from Jorvik Stables generously allowed us to temporarily have the horses stabled there, as it's big enough even though I have so many horses, along with other people. So for that time being, I was property hunting. I honestly wasn't picky at all, and the insurance company did offer to rebuild the stable, but I turned down the offer as it was too much hassle. So I took the money and bought a small barn in the center of Silverglade, a small local town in Jorvik. It's a reasonable barn, and we literally did not care whatever the cost was. We just wanted our horses to be healthy and happy again. So with a fresh new coat of paint, new fencing, and upgraded stalls, we began transferring each horse. Of course, we had several horses, so the trips back and forth was very expensive. So Katie rented a 5-stall trailer whilst I just took our 1-stall trailer. Anyway, enough chatting, let's just get started. I didn't want to include a bunch of boring clips of me leading my horses out of the trailer, so here's just 2 clips of 2 of my horses. As I said, Katie took a 5-stall trailer, so there weren't many horses for me to transfer.
Lions roaring in the morning sun, searching for a longer day.
I also decided I'd do a little tour of this little place, so you guys can see where we have moved from. I thought this would be a great first video for my channel, as it's like a fresh start, a moving vlog. The barn has a small round pen, which is so handy for lunging horses, especially our spooked horses, instead of jumping right into riding. It's also great for our beginner riders or just genuinely younger riders. The barn does have multiple other arenas too though. It also has amazing large pastures which were unfortunately really overgrown, as the past owner didn't take much interest into their horses anymore. So it was really rundown, which was upsetting because we had to do a lot of work. Of course, the barn had outdoor stalls also, I guess you could call them. These will be so handy because of the large number of horses we have. We also decorated it with fairy lights and made it cozy to make us feel more at home, as it affected us all mentally and physically. I was so thankful to have enough left in my budget to buy a small cottage with a beautiful garden and super close to the barn. And I allowed my friend Katie to stay with me and her cats until she finds an apartment or home. Also, an appropriate parking spot for our trailer was definitely important. And of course, the indoor barn, which I probably won't be filming in much, but I'll try my hardest and one day I may even tour it. That is all for today's video. I really hope you subscribe, as this is indeed a new channel. If you did, thank you so much.